Over 548 million people tune into podcasts every month, and by the end of 2030 alone, it's expected that the podcast industry is going to be generating up to $131 billion in terms of revenue. So right now, it is a very hot topic. Now here's the best part: you don't need a fancy setup or anything like that. All you need is your laptop with a built-in camera and its ability to record audio, and then an app which you can use to record all of this together to create your podcast. And in this video, we're going to be looking at Riverside and how we can use Riverside to bring all of this together to start your podcast going into 2025. Plus, make sure to sign up for your free trial where you can get 15% off using my link down below. And I just want to point out to you as well, if you are new to Riverside and you've never heard of it, make sure to watch my previous video about Riverside and its video editing studio, where I go more into detail about how you can use Riverside and how it overly works. So here now on the studio, this is where all of your projects are, any videos that you have filmed or that you plan to film. Now here, we're going to click up on record, and it's going to open the screen. Now, once you've clicked on that button, you'll see that it will bring you to this window right here, which is sort of where you set up all of your settings very quickly, and then you jump straight into the studio. And then if you want to go ahead and mess around with some of the settings and make sure you're using the best sort of video quality, depending what camera you've got built into your Mac, you can film it to 720p, 1080p, or maybe even 4K. And then once you're in the settings here, you can see again that if you just want to mess around with some of the things, you have a lot of different settings and tools at your disposal. And then once you're done, you press record, and that is your podcast right there started, and you're good to go. And if you think using your audio from your laptop is actually bad quality, of course it is not the best, but some of the AI tools that are built into Riverside that I'll actually show you after how you can utilize it to make sure that your audio sounds like studio level quality audio with a single click of a button utilizing the latest AI technology, then stick around and I'll show you how to do that at the end of the video. So if we jump straight into my mobile phone right now, you can see this is the Riverside app right here. These are some of the podcasts that I've already filmed and will be uploaded at some point soon. But for example, if we again want to use our phone as our camera, we can go straight in and press record, and then right here you can see me, hello. And what it will do is then allow you to play around with the settings to make sure that everything is good, and then you join the studio. So if we click on here, we can say we do want to mute the speaker, invite people, use as a second camera, and then you can mess around with the audio like that, and then again with the camera settings itself. But this will automatically use your best camera settings, and this will be a big upgrade from your webcam built into your computer or your laptop or whatever you may be using. If we now go ahead and press join, you can see now we have jumped straight into the studio. That is it. And if we want to start recording, we press record on the top left. Very easy, very user friendly, and it utilizes what you have in your pocket, and it allows you to get even better quality from a visual perspective. And if you then want to use those AI tools, then you can take it again and enhance the overall experience. But all of this is done at a budget friendly level, all integrated with Riverside. And then finally, if you're ready to go pro and you want to take it to an even higher level again with visual and audio quality, then you can use your DSLR camera, for example, or a professional camera of whatever type you use. You have to make sure, of course, that it works with your laptop or your computer. I use a Panasonic G85, which allows me to film up to 4K if I choose. And then I pair this with a video capture card, which allows me to connect my camera to my Mac specifically. And I use a Camlink 4K, which is a very, very, very good video capture card. It's on the higher end, but what I use it for, it allows me to use it for consistency. And I know when I'm having those important conversations, I want everything to work. It is going to allow me to have a stable connection that is also going to be good quality and provide overall, more importantly, good visual quality. And I just really think it is a great option if you're looking to do something like this. Now, this is why Riverside is a game changer. Its AI tools save you hours, and I do mean hours of editing time. And if you are a beginner who specifically is starting their podcast and isn't really even familiar with video editing at all, and this is very new to you, then this is even a bigger help to you. And trust me when I say, after 8 years of making videos and spending many hours of editing, this will save you a lot of time. So I'm going to highlight these quickly and show you how you can actually utilize them and why they are such a big difference. So if we jump in now to the editor, this is one of the videos that I've filmed recently, and this is what the editor will look like. Again, if you don't know what this is that I'm looking at, watch my previous video that is linked down below, where I go into a very deep detail about how the editor works, and you can get to grips with it very fast and how user friendly it is. Then jump back to this video and you can carry on with this video as well. So here now in the editor, this is me and my friend Javier. And if we come up to AI Producer, you can see this is where we have 4 different tools, and it has set pace, smooth speech, magic mute, and magic audio. These are 4 separate tools, but they're going to be your best friends. So the first one, if we go to set pace, you can see right here, this is basically how do you want the audio to sound and look like when you are visually watching it and listening to it. So this will cut out any sounds, any any or anything that just sounds bad, and it gives you a little description. If you don't want to mess with anything, keep all the pauses. It's very authentic. But if you then bring this across to the next one, natural, a smooth pace for long form content on YouTube and Spotify. Now you can see it removes 2 pauses and removes 19.5 seconds from the overall video. But again, if you go through, it does more. So it removes 5 pauses, 25.1 seconds. Now this is balanced. It's an engaging pace for long form content on YouTube and Spotify. If we go across again, fast, dynamic pace for short and long form content on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And this removes 12 pauses, saving you 33.1 seconds. And then all the way up to super fast, which again, an energetic pace for short form content like Reels, Shorts, and TikToks, removes 111 pauses, 1 minute and 18 seconds. Now, in this podcast, to be honest, Javier is a fantastic speaker, very professional. He also does that for his living as well, amongst many other things. So you wouldn't really see too much of a difference here because his quality and ability to speak is exceptionally good. But with other people maybe who are and it's their first time or they're nervous, then this tool will save you a lot of time, and it gives you that ability to make it to your taste however you like, and then anything that you'd want, you'd press apply. With smooth speech, this removes any filler words. You simply press apply and it's done. With the magic mute, again, mute people when they're not speaking. This means if I'm speaking and my person on the other side that I'm speaking to in my podcast has some background noise, for example, well, this then makes sure that that audio is cut out and that isn't in there. Now, this is the big one. If you are filming, again, your podcast on your laptop using the webcam and the built-in audio and it sounds pretty bad, well, this is the magic audio. And when I say at the click of a button, it takes the audio from there to a higher level, it is just a game changer again. And then we could just go to tracks, click on Javier, and then right here we could press magic audio and it would actually make it sound a lot better. So if we just want to isolate him quickly,
the largest foreign groups that own property in southern Florida.
So you can hear that. It's got a bit of echo. It's not fantastic, and it's something I'm actually going to have to edit after myself. But this is a prime example just to show you how you can even just with a click of a button, if you've got something like that, make it so much better. So we're going to hit magic audio. So now you can see that the magic audio is finished working its magic on Javier's audio. So now if we just go down and we zoom back in, we can go to any part where he's speaking. So we can see here.
For no capital gains into a U.S. account. And so you needed foreign account structures, you needed brokers, you needed bankers to help you do that. That if you had that, you could, and you could escape inflation by holding foreign currency.
Listen to that beforehand, and then now listening to both the before and the after.
The largest foreign groups for no capital gains into a U.S. account.
That is such a big difference just at the click of a button. I just think that is a standout feature and a standout tool, and it's only going to get better and better. So that's why I say the barrier to entry is so low, but the tool is fantastic, and all 4 tools together are great, but that one in particular is amazing. And this is why for me Riverside is my go-to for hosting my podcast, for producing my podcast, and overall, especially if you're going to start one going into 2025, especially utilizing the AI tools that it offers and the low barrier to entry that you can use at your disposal, so that being your laptop, to have a really overall high quality podcast. That is Riverside. So if you're ready to go ahead and start your podcast, go down below, use my link to sign up for a free trial, and you'll also get a 15% off when you sign up to Riverside. And I really hope that your podcast starts off and becomes very successful. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If any of these work for you, if you think you can start your podcast, or maybe you already have started your podcast. And then also make sure to watch the previous video where I went into more detail specifically about Riverside's AI video editor and how you can utilize it to help make sure your podcast is the best it can be. Again, that is linked down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.